I'm Junda Jiang, and Nursery Manager and Breeder at Lundberg Family Farm. It's a pleasure to present our research result. My title of this presentation is an efficient participatory quinoa breeding program in Lundberg Family Farm. And I have main points today: why participatory quinoa breeding in Lundberg Family Farm first, and second, how we do participatory quinoa breeding and what we have accomplished through this program. And it is mainly due to the vision from our leadership team, and with all the nutrition value of quinoa, this ancient grain finds its home in Lundberg Farm. Our sales and marketing team found niche market and consumers' interest, and our R&D are always innovative for new product development. And our agriculture department see potential for sustainable organic farming for this crop, and also see the growth interest. Technically, participatory plant breeding is an integral part of our operations for organic rice production and its continuous improvement. On-farm variety trial is a routine procedure before we release or use any new variety in our company. Growth and growth service manager actively participate in variety trial, including entry and location selection, and crop management, and even data collections. And the production team, QA and mill, and the sales market team and R&D team participate sometime lead milling, processing, cooking, and sensory nutritional quality evaluation. Quinoa is no exception to our operations. How we do participatory quinoa breeding, and growth actively lead and participated in on-farm variety trial and make recommendations of variety allocation for commercial production. In 2013, Lundberg Family Farm started the first on-farm variety trial in Litchfield. In 2014, Nursery conducted the first replicate variety trial in Litchfield. In 2015, Nursery conducted variety by planting date trials in Litchfield with Washington State University support. And in the same year, growth service manager Adam Peterson lead variety trial in northwest states. In the same year, Blake Richard participated in a Lundberg Family Farm and Washington State University joint quinoa variety trial in Humboldt County. And this slide shows you how we set up a variety trial in Loleata, Humboldt. We do participatory quinoa breeding in Lundberg Family Farm, and we have selected the best variety for organic white quinoa production in Humboldt and the Pacific Northwest. And we have variety from Frank Morton, and we selected the best varieties, Chili Vanilla and Redhead. And then Blake Richard grows a rainbow-colored quinoa population for organic tricolor quinoa production. So we don't have a pure line, pure black and pure red. So our sales and marketing team and R&D set up the breeding goals, and we need a pure black and a pure red quinoa variety for niche market. So in 2015 summer, we evaluated over 200 quinoa germplasm for desirable grain quality and grain color. And in the winter, and a quality assurance team evaluated 40 best black and red selections, and we did a greenhouse purity test. And in 2016 summer, we evaluated 170 selected progeny in 320 plots in Loleata, Humboldt, in Northern California. And we harvested 130 lines, 250 plots for yield and grain quality data collection. Before we do that, before we harvest, we selected 500 heads for advancement and purification. Then in the 17 winter greenhouse, we evaluated 60 lines for purity test and selected the best 7 entry. And then we select the top 7 lines for breeder seed production in Blue Lake in 17 summer. And in 18, with the cooking test and the year data analysis, we select the top 2 lines, one black, one red, for foundation seed production. And in 2019 summer, we started the commercial production of red and quinoa variety in Humboldt. Let's show you in 16 winter greenhouse, we did the greenhouse purity evaluation in Chico State, about farm greenhouse. And we select the pure lines for advancement. And this slide summarizes 3 years breeding nursery in the Loleata in Humboldt, and 2 years in Loleta, 1 year in Blue Lake, and a school and nursery size about 2 to 3 acres. And you saw the lines we tested 170 16, 285, 235 18, and the plot number listed there. And we use different size plot and 20 feet by 20 feet long, 60 feet wide beds, and for 16, and then 15 by 5 square feet, and 10 by 5 square feet in 18. And this to show you the comparison also of how the percentage we harvested from nursery, and we applied the selection pressure highly in 17, and then in 18 we have 50%, 53% harvest, and the average yield also show difference. Okay, and so we select a lot of individual head for advancement, and this show you in 16 nursery, and left is a rainbow and the segregation, and the light is a pure line at the booming, pure black. At harvest time, you see the clear difference between the rainbow and pure black line. And before we bulk harvest, and we select the best head, and the larger head and the desirable brain color in both location. And in the winter, we did a purity test. We are very fortunate. We're happy to have Frank motivate us in our greenhouse in 17. And behind Frank is and John Schuven and Oriana is a technician showing the experiment. And this shows you how we harvest in the field. We cut by hand and split by hand. And so what we have accomplished, we developed two pure lines. One is called 18B67, a single selection from 16 plots. And then 17 we have a pure plots, and we harvest for breed seed production. And then 17 we harvest for bulk harvested, and for 18 breed seed production. And this time we grow 50 acres last year. And then we did a cooking test, and this show you our selection is superior to the market control in terms of the green appearance, and both dry and cooked, and aroma, texture, flavor, and also bitterness. And this is a 1 to 10 scale. And this shows you how we select our red quinoa from the one plot 16P205. We harvest only central row to improve the purity. In the greenhouse, we identify pure line for advancement. And this line has been tested in for all sensory score, and we found this line is superior also in terms of appearance and aroma, texture, flavor, bitterness, and overall score compared to 3 market control. And so this line is also a single head selection, and from winter greenhouse. And then this line shows excellent yield potential and green quality, flavor, texture from 3-year variety trial. And then we grow 2 strips in 17 for breeder seed production, and then 1.2 acre in 18 for foundation seed production. In the last year, we grew 30 acres for pilot organic production, and we achieved high yield, and this line is already now in market. So from 3 years with 7 cycle, and we successfully developed 2 pure line, 1 black, 1 red, and for organic quinoa production. And that is definitely the team efforts with marketing, sales team, the farmer growth service managers, and quality controls participation. And this is a testament to an efficient company-wide and growth participatory breeding program. And and I have to thank my whole team and Oriana, uh, field technician, and JP, research specialist Steve Power, research assistant, and many student interns for their support. And also want to thank my supervisor Jessica Lundberg, and who led Nursery from 13 to 19, and then Bryce Lundberg, and VP of Agriculture. Now he's leading Nursery, and also the growth service manager Eric Lundberg, Adam Pearson, especially Adam for quinoa, and John Schuven and Bill Carlson, and for their support and participation. And thank Tim Schultz, VP of RD, for his vision and support, and also for sales marketing team for their continued support. And it shows all the team members working in different areas from field to lab. And then I have to thank Dr. Kevin Murphy and his team from Washington State University Quinoa breeding program for their support and moral support and technical support. And also to Blake Richard, Northern California quinoa growers, for his support in planting, management, and harvesting. Without his support, we cannot achieve this goal. And Frank Morton for providing wild garden, for providing wild quinoa seeds. And also David Brenner for providing us new gene product from Iowa State Remote Plant Injection Station. And also I want to thank Dr. Saves Eric Jacobson for his advice, and I emailed him for advice many times for his generous support, for sharing his advice and experience. Certainly, I want to thank the quinoa community, and I feel fortunate to be a member of the community since 2013, the first quinoa international research symposiums. With that, memorize John Schuven, our quinoa growth manager, and John actively participated in quinoa breeding program in planting, selection, and harvesting from 2016 to 2018. Thank you so much for your attention. All right, and that's all. And I will be happy to answer any question if you have.